Hi guys, welcome to Let's Play X-Rebirth. My name is Mylo-s, and let's talk about self-sufficient production chain in the Vries economy. So what I've done here is I created a number of stations, except solar energy array, that are going to help produce drones. And basically, if you go into the market
ready for retasking, sir,
and have a look what is the most wanted, see that there is a lot of drones required everywhere, and they pay a lot. If you click on the total price, the whole trade menu will be arranged according to what makes the best money. So as you can see, top on the list are drones, and then some other bits and pieces. So I initially started in the Vries by producing reinforced metal plating and fusion reactors, and later on I moved to bioptical wiring, and that way my traders didn't have to leave the Vries at all. So let's just go from the back to the front. So as I said, the final station in the chain is BTO line. One thing that I did with most of my factories, or most with my stations, I've chosen Albion type of stations for probably one reason: is they're cheaper to start with than Omicron Lyrae ones, and also they do require one less wear in the production chain. And from what I remember, it's plasma pumps. Having said that, I do have a few stations that belong to Omicron Lyrae economy, and I'm gonna go through them a little bit later. So I've chosen UAV BTO line, and if we go into detail, production modules, I've got 3 production modules currently going. The 4th one is just about getting built, and I didn't even do anything, but anyway, mission completed, it says. So as you can see here, the drones are being produced. I initially stopped trading, or went into managing trade prices, and set trade prices of the drones all to the max. That way I was preventing my auto traders or anyone else buying these drones, but I decided just to release it because I just want economy to flow. Just keep in mind, these factories require a lot of money to operate. As you can see here, 44 million, there is a budget here for the manager. And if you click on any of these into details, you can see here what wears and how much they require. So for example, bioptic wiring, I've got 2 stations producing them. Energy cells get supplied by the Vries. Food rations get supplied by the Vries as well. Fusion reactors, I do have ship tech fab. The same thing with whatever you pronounce these pod Klementov generators, and as well as plasma flow regulators. They're all produced in ship tech fab. Microchips, I've got 2 stations producing microchips, and reinforced metal plating comes from construction shop, and scanning array comes from high-tech fab. So you can see here the production cycle, it's about 75%, about 40 minutes to left, and this also tells you how long until the resources are depleted. So if I go back one menu, you can see here it will tell you remaining time. This is very handy when you're looking through your factories to see which one is going to run out of products. So that's about UAV BTO line. Then let's go back. Tech Lab. Go into details. It's producing bioptic wiring, microchips and quantum tubes. Same thing if we go into I'm just gonna go into manager's budget just to see how much it is. So there you go, about 3 million. That is because it's well supplied. The reason why BTO line is asking for a lot of credits is because I've just built module by module. So you can see 21 hours until depletion. Now I'm not concerned about chemical refinery. I've got another factory supplying actually a lot of chemicals for the Vries. I'm gonna get back into this later on. So these wares are supplied for both BTO line and as well as Ship Tech Fab. So let's go into Ship Tech Fab. This is another big money maker. I've got 2 modules producing fusion reactors, and I've got 1 plasma flow regulator and 1 whatever this one is called. So as you can see here, remaining time is 0. Obviously it's lacking aware. So if I go here into details, it will tell me ion cells and silicon wafers. Now I've been struggling a little bit with the cell production, so here, because there are a lot of factories actually using cells, and I'm considering actually about making another factory producing cells. So let me just go back into the trade menu and see if there are any ion cells left. Where is I? So here we go, ion cells. As you can see, my factory is not really producing that many, so you can always get it from... I don't know if you watched any of my previous episodes. I do highly recommend, because this is basically just one big summary of everything we went through in last 19 episodes. As you can see, all my traders labeled with AT means they're auto traders, and I normally just let them be. They do their own job. So let's have a look. This one's still got 2 trips, so I'm just gonna leave it for now. I wanted to buy some ion cells from the outside, but I'll leave them now. So where were we? We were in Ship Tech Fab, and we noticed that actually production has halted. Okay, so this one is missing few food ratios. So I'm gonna get back to this in a minute. So then, again, what do we have apart from Ship Tech Fab? Next one, bottom low, level below, is High Tech Fab. This one produces scanning arrays, microchips and bioptic wiring, and these are required for the BTO line. As you can see here, still a few hours left for the production. Then let's go one step below. Construction shop, we talked about this earlier. There's nothing here. This one works perfectly. It produces a lot of stuff. So what I initially did when I was building the Vries is I went into my manual trade price setup, and I set this one to the maximum price. So that way I was preventing anyone accidentally buying them. Why? This was this was important, very important, because I needed reinforced metal plating for building other stations in the Vries. So I did the same with reinforced metal plating, with fusion reactors, and with bioptical wiring. So that's construction shop. Then one below that can go to metalworks yard. This one also is getting really busy because it's producing both refined metals and silicon wafers. Silicon wafers are used for production microchips in 2 factories, High Tech Fab and in Tech Lab. Refined metals are used in a number of different stations as well. You can always go and have a look. I left in one of my previous episodes when I talked about economy, I left a chart which indicates what was that basically indicates the chain of the production chain. So metalworks, then cell fab. This is another one that is really busy. It's constantly producing cells, and as you can see here, supply of iron cell is fairly low. So I may be considering in the future to create another cell fab. Not at this stage. I just want to let things go and to see how everything is going to operate. So then we have crystal supplier supplying cut crystals and Viridium cubes.
Sir, I am most pleased to announce that we have made a small fortune for you. Unless you tell me otherwise.
Ready for retasking,
Well, there's plenty of these things to be supplied, so no problem with that as either. Let me just see now. Pharma lab. This is an interesting one. Narcotics and medical supplies are used as a secondary product, so they basically just boost the production. And that is where my question comes from, is what is actually behind all this? Do people working on the factories need drugs, or are they overworked that much so they need medical supplies? So if someone could please explain the logic to me, that would be great. This one as well,
Ready for
lots in stock, so no problems at all. Now I mentioned that I brought a couple of stations from Omicron and Lyrie. That's one of them is Pharma Lab, another one is Licensed Distillery, because space fuel is used for either as a primary or secondary
Ready for
resource for a number of stations. And to supply Licensed Distillery with what I needed to build a mega tank station, which basically supplies plankton and spices. So that's another one. Mega tank farm comes from Omicron Lyrie. So plankton and spices, and that's about it. So as you can see here, I've got a number of auto traders. I've got a couple of auto traders just working in the Vries, and I've got one auto miner also working in the Vries. What I did with this auto miner was I actually initially started with it in a world until it leveled up to become cluster miner, and then I moved it to the Vries, and now it's mining, basically filling gaps for the factory that needs resources. So if I go into my own starters, as you can see here, I've got only 25 million credits left, but I'm not gonna do any more trades or anything. I'm just gonna let this flow and see how it's going. There's another thing I wanted to mention was that I tried playing a little bit with this is gonna make me bankrupt. I tried playing with manual trade prices, and it didn't do really much. Oh, I couldn't notice anything. So there you go, 50 million there. So that's about it for now. So yes, and I've got my ship parked here, somewhere in the Crystal Castle. It's kind of safe here because there are no any ships that can accidentally bump me. And to be honest with you guys, I haven't been playing much, doing missions, because the auto traders are making money and my factories are making money too. And I've been doing stuff around the house. I left my ship parked here. If I park it anywhere else, some NPC ship bumps into it, and then I end up somewhere really far. So that's about it. I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. As I mentioned here, I've got a number of auto traders and that are working through the galaxy, and I've got 2 of them hang on, it says this is DV, the Vries. 2 auto traders operating only in the Vries. So everything is working, everything is flowing. Let me just save the game. And just want to see the timeline. The last save that I did is quick save. So this is it. This is my time. 3 days, 21 hours and 39 minutes to achieve all this. So it can be done. It's interesting. Now the future plans are I'm going to slow down with playing and making videos, as I've got a lot of stuff to do in real life and my free time is finished. Not probably going to wait for DLC, and I may start expanding to see I don't know, really don't really have any firm or solid plans, so there'll be less and less videos. If you guys have any requests or anything, please let me know. Otherwise, there's plenty of material. There are 20 episodes to watch. There is a lot to grasp, and I still haven't done everything. I haven't done any staff training. That can be done as well. I haven't done any hacking of the terminals, sabotaging the economy. I just purely wanted to build a station chain, and that was my task. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you some other time.